Come on then, good boy. So a little bit of a different walk today. We're going to have a walk along the canal. I haven't taken Pagan along the canal before. Going to have to be careful because he does like water. I'm not going to let him get in it, obviously. So just over the bridge and we go back under ourselves. Come on. Come on, this way. Don't go near the water, good boy. Come on. Come on. Yes, I do believe this is the Canal. It's quite scenic just down here actually. A nice day again, not too warm today, thankfully. So I thought I'd get Pagan out for another longish walk. Come on, this way, pal. So I'm going to put it up on the screen now. We decided to get another tent, which folds down remarkably small actually. It's one of these new pop-up tents. I opted to get the 3-person one, which I think should be ideal size. Now, bug net should arrive for me other tent later today. But this one hasn't got a bug tent in. It has got 2 doors on it, a bit like a teepee. But you've got mesh over 2 slots at the top of the doors, which can obviously open to vent. And they call it the 3-second tent. It literally takes a few seconds to put it up. That does include, obviously, any pegging out or going if you wish to. But it can be. Come here, Pagan. Come on. So yeah, this tent, it just comes with a ground sheet built in. $3,000 hydrostatic head. So that's good. And it literally pops up like an umbrella. You basically unroll it from the storage case, sorry, and then just take the middle, pop it up like an umbrella, and that's it, the tent's up. Now obviously you can guy it out then and peg it in, which is always a good idea. So I thought, yeah, I'll try one of them. It's about, I think it's just a little over 5 foot high. So yeah, I still can't stand up in it, but that doesn't matter. Hey, come away from the edge. Good boy. So I should arrive early next week. And I'm just thinking, we can do a bit of bike packing on my e-bike. Something like that would be ideal. Let's see, barge here. The Rollington, or Rowington. Go on, keep going, good boy. Go on. Hiya. Come on. Been years since I've been on the barge. In fact, probably the last time I went on the barge was on a school trip. Must be a nice way of life, but you know, to go through some nice places like this. Pagan, come here, darling. You've also got the downside. You know, you have to go through some pretty run-down places at times. I know my son said to me, you ever thought about living on a barge? But I don't think I would. Well, I wouldn't mind, but you know, with having a kitten, not a good idea. Come on. I'm not sure what the crack is if you live off a barge, you know, in terms of council tax. Because I know it's like, you know, if you wanted to live in a static caravan or something, you still have to have a permanent place of residence where you pay council tax. So I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with the barge. I mean, it would be nice, you know, just moves along, pulling up places, you know, especially like here. A lovely bit of countryside. You know, you're out of the way. And, yeah, it's like when I went with my son and his wife after we were camping. Went to Norbury Junction, which is on the canal. Lovely little pub. Nice food all day. You know, to live that sort of life, I think it'd be quite peaceful, but saying that, I think it could have its downsides as well. You know, you've got to go through locks and everything else. Some places you have to pay mooring fees, other places you don't. But I'm not really sure what the crack is with it. Well, I wouldn't mind living on one, but it's a bit more difficult if you've got animals. Especially a youngish pup like Pagan here. Where is he? Just move the camera down a little bit. There he is. You know, he could get quite restless on it. But yeah, it's a nice walk along here. I used to cycle it quite a bit. Come back. I used to go and help, and I never got paid for it or anything, but I used to go and help out at an Army and Navy stores, just in Hanley. The easiest way for me to get to is to cycle. and I used to cycle down this path. Be a bit sketchy in places, but it's alright. But in terms of camping itself, there's some good places you can camp along here. You've got to be careful because you've got dips off like that where the path's just fallen away. Come on, good boy. See up there, quite a nice open flattish area where you could possibly camp overnight. Side of the canal. It's certainly quite peaceful down here. I know you do get a lot of runners and cyclists at various times during the day. But that's fine. Come on, Pagan. I remember that place over there. So it looks like there's a little track going round. I remember coming down here with a friend once, and I got my collie at the time and I got my little staffy, Diamond, bless her, well bless them both. Since part of this world, but I remember Diamond come running down and she fell into the canal, and obviously as you look at the bank over there, she couldn't get back up out of it. I mean, nobody was panicking about it, she could swim, and she got her front paws on the bank, holding on to the bank, but obviously just couldn't get any purchase to get herself out, bless her. I remember my friend had to go down and pull her out, because where we're going to go today is a bridge coming up just up ahead. I don't know if you can see it yet or not, but we went over that bridge and it's there actually where it happened. We walked over the bridge and there's like a gas pipe which runs over it, and I slipped and fell and I cracked my knee. And I did do a bit of a number on it. Went to a local walking centre, and one of the senior nurses had a look at it. She goes, I think he broke it. You can feel crepitus in it. It's where the bones grind together. So I did an x-ray, but it wasn't broken. I just badly damaged it. I remember getting up and I was sort of having to walk straight-legged to get back. Unfortunately, it's not too far back where I live. Of course, that's where Diamond had to go, and my dog had to go and fall in the bloody canal. So I couldn't get down to get her. So the leg was hurting too much, and I couldn't bend my knee. So my friend had to get her. Don't think she'd do it again, or though. Come on, we'll go this way. Go on, come on, Peggy, Peggy. Oops, they fell over then. My phones. Come on, come on. So there's all sorts of routes around here, Pagan. But yeah, look in front, see where some old pipes go over. This is where I was walking over and I slipped. and when I went down, my knee caught one of the rivets. That was a bit painful. Yeah, it's a nice walk around here. Come on, Peggy. And it goes all sorts of places. Up here we're drawing a little track, which I've walked on before. Got the old railway track which runs across there. We'll find a bit of history out about that this way. But yeah, I like these are the sort of walks I like, in the woods. You know, on a bit of a track, bit of a trail, which is quite easy to walk on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. And if this warm's in the shade, nice for a little bit of biking down here as well. You know, on a mountain bike, even a gravel bike. I remember this just used to be a really small trail here, but it's been opened up a little bit, which is nice. But, you know, just getting out different places, you know, even if it's just local for me, you know, it makes a big change. Change is as good as a break, as they say. Come on, good boy. Lots of nooks and crannies. Be amazed to see what's living in the undergrowth here. Obviously mice, rats, voles, hedgehogs, foxes. Apparently somebody's seen a couple of deer around here as well. I haven't seen them. But a couple of people, you know, have mentioned in different groups they've seen a deer. I think it's meant to be up by a school, which is not far from me. Gets in the playing fields. But I can quite imagine it here. I should imagine some time ago it looks very different down here. With the old railway line. It's amazing how things change and change so quickly. You know, to think that once you can't actually, well, you might just be able to make it out just there. Just going along here was the railway line. You know, to think that a train once used to run down here. And now look at it. Unless the tracks were here, you wouldn't know. I think it's great how nature can reclaim things back so quickly. I mean, yes, I know the tracks themselves will take years upon years to disappear, but eventually they will. To be fair, they'll probably be overgrown more before they completely disappear, slowly sink into the ground and disappear. Yeah, lots of interesting places around here. What are you doing, Peggy? Oh, you're covered in buds again. All right, come on then. Come on. Trees slowly being uprooted here. Again, because they would have dug it out for the railway, the ground isn't solid. So as trees grow, they get unstable, and of course then with the winds come pushing down, you know, it knocks them over. Yeah, just here you can see the canal again. Just through there. Come here. Morning, mate. You got buds all over you again, Pagan. We get them off, yeah. Go on. But yeah, it's lovely when you get days like today. It's nice and dry. Sun's not too bad. Especially nice, you know, when you got some shade like down here. Just have a nice slow casual walk. Bless you. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, this new tent. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like. It's got some good reviews, but you never really can tell. You know, they put reviews up on the website. It's obviously very easy for them to write their own reviews. But it looks very good. Apparently it can stand up to 60 kilometres an hour winds. I mean, I think with having the ground sheet built in, excuse me, condensation is going to play a bit of a factor. But with that, with having mesh built into the doors, it should mean, you know, keep a good airflow going. That's one of the best things about the tarp, because when I put my tarp up, I literally put it up as a V, as in a roof shape. It's not quite touching the ground. Open both ends. You know, never get any condensation in there, but of course, with Pagan, I'm going to have something I can seal it in with. So, but I still need the ventilation. Come on. Come here. Somebody else coming. Come on, Pagan. Good boy. So yeah, that's that. With the new tent, there's going to be, I think, more room inside it. So it is sort of square shaped. Don't get me wrong, I love my teepees, and I was definitely thinking about the canvas tent, but I just feel the canvas tent, although nice, I do think it's going to be a bit too heavy for what I can use, you know, on a regular basis. And am I really going to get the use out of it? I'll say, you know, if I could, come here, if I could travel you know, if I had access to a car, and then this way, go on, let's walk in the shade, go through there, go on. Good boy. Then yeah, you know, if we get to various campsites, stay in different places, well, I could carry it in the car, then yeah, definitely I think I would, but with relying on going camping with my son and then picking me up, You know, he's got a busy life. Lots going on in his life and stuff. And he's on about selling up where he's living. You know, it's not always going to be there. So, you know, for me, I think it's a lot of money to spend on something which potentially I might not get to use much. But we'll give this new tent a go when it arrives. I'll do a little video putting it up. See how easy it is to put up, take down. Got a feeling with this new tent as well, I'm going to be able to put a cot bed in there. So that might work out well. Go on, go on, come on, come on. But like I say, mainly it's for, thinking about going bike packing. I've got to get him used to the dog trailer on my bike. Something I've got to work on over the next week or two. Just recently it's been too hot to take him out in it. But if we can get him used to that, where he gets and he settles down, that will be a big help. It does mean I can get places a bit more. There's a few places around here I could potentially go camping. I just do a bit of wild camping, especially now it's legal. Might be a lot easier. Sorry about the background noise. That's I think it's sports day at school just over there. Go on. Go on, Peggy. Good boy. Go on. Yeah. I know we're only in the middle of July. We've already had a lovely part of summer. Been a bit hot at times, but at least we're having decent weather. More or less guarantee. As soon as the kids break up for school, it'll be grey, overcast, drizzly, it usually is. I can hear a canal boat in the distance. Go on, Pagan, go on. A bit of an opening here, see if we can see it. Come here. Come here. Let me see. Yeah, there's one. Number 8% Stentor. Come on then. Sure, good boy. Go on then, good boy. Tell you what's a good job I wear. a hat, a baseball cap, when I'm out, especially being bald. I'd bloody have scratches all over my head otherwise. Caught on a, when I took Pagan first thing this morning, I caught it on a bloody thorn then. It ripped the hat off my head. I'm thinking, good job, you know, that was my hat and not my head itself. Well, there's an advantage to being bald. Doesn't hardly cost anything to get your hair cut. I mean, I'm to comb it all the time. I still shampoo it, dandruff shampoo, but that's more because I get a bit of a dry scalp and it does help with that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I use the Head and Shoulders shampoo. Not that you're really interested in this, just rambling again. I tend to use the Head and Shoulders shampoo. I only use a tiny spot, probably pea-sized amount. But I just find when I have a shower in the morning, I just rub that in. I also rub it around the side of my face, into the stubble. It just seems to get rid of any dryness or any flaky skin. It takes a couple of weeks just for it to stop working, but once you do it, you keep it up. And when I had a small beard, I'd sometimes use it on that if it's getting a bit itchy. But I find it works pretty well. God knows why I'm talking about this right now. Where did that come from? Oh yeah, I was talking about hats, wasn't I? But yeah, I always wear a baseball cap now, or some form of hat when I'm out, because guarantee I always bang my head on something. I'll get snagged on a small branch, some thorns, or I bump it. Because it stands out, I always think I've sometimes been battered. Trying to increase my walking a bit more. I mean, with the heat wave as it's been too hot to take Pagan out during the days, so I'll be getting up early in the morning. As soon as I'm up, feed the cat, get him straight out while it's nice and cool, because you don't know how hot it's going to get later on. Today's not too bad, but there has been days quite recently over the last few weeks that come sort of midday, well, late morning, 11 o'clock, it's too hot. and has been cooling down till 7-8 o'clock at night, if not a bit later, and it's that very humid heat then. Oops, stuck around my foot now. And you know, that's so wrong for. And you know, it's a bit late to take them out then. But what I am doing now is I get him out first thing in case it turns into a hot day. But a day like today, it's sunny, but it's not sweltering. So I want to increase my distance in terms of walking, get myself more mobile and everything else, which I think will help. Come on. Come on. So, nearly back to where we had for home, so I'm going to stop the video there. I know it's not been an exactly interesting one again, but like I said, I just want to keep them going out on YouTube for consistency. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and also share. Thanks and bye.